lost my way like y'all think I have. Turn it up. 765. I'm back, let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bones Unfiltered Podcast. I'm your host, Bones, and today is my very special guest, one of my dearest friends, and I'm the coach of this young man sitting right here next to me, Joe Schweickhardt. Joe, welcome to the show today, buddy.
Thank you for inviting me, Bones. It was a blessing you put me on this.
And I'm really glad to have you, buddy, because you're someone very special to me. And I tell you what,
are
ladies
too.
and gentlemen, this young man right here is. We'll get into the Special Olympics here in a little bit, but I tell you what, this young man right here is aggressive and he's good. He's really good. And he does his best to try to elevate the team. But again, we're going to get into that here shortly. But before that, what we would like to do is I'm going to turn this over to Joe and let Joe kind of tell you all a little bit about him and about what happened to him to where he became disabled. Because for those of you all that will soon find out, Joe is a traumatic brain patient, and there's a story on what happened to him, and I'm going to let him articulate all that. And that way you all get a backstory on kind of where Joe sits and how he became, working at the jobs that we're going to cover, being in Special Olympics. He has great passion for the National Hot Rod Association and other racings. So this young man he does a lot. So I'm ready to hear from him a little bit about it. So Joe, if you would tell everybody what happened to you that caused your traumatic brain injury, if you don't mind sharing that story.
Sure. Can I tell them a little bit other part what happened?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What the part of that? Thank you. Because I want people to know a lot about what happened to me.
Heck yeah.
Hi, my name is Joe Schweickhardt, and I am, well, he said I'm one of his best players. My brain injury happened when I was born in Knoxville, Tennessee, and I was a sick baby when my mom and dad we were born. What happened was the nurse gave me I'm allergic to penicillin and all this other stuff, but the nurse gave me red chillable Tylenol, and I got Stevens-Johnson syndrome from it, and I was really sick. I had a lot of allergies when I was a kid, but this was the worst. I didn't even know I had a brain injury until I was 19. I got out of school too early. I had a passion to be a police officer. I couldn't do it. And I got out of school too early, and I really had a lot of resentment. I was really depressed. And I just had a lot of things going wrong in my life. But there was a doctor, one of my friends, my mom's really good friends of mine. Her name was Vicky Hobson. She found, and Doug, before he passed away, Doug found a doctor who could diagnose. I got diagnosed with Asperger's. It's part of dyslexia and autism. I didn't even know about it until I was 19, and I'm glad this doctor was a blessing. He found who I was. And that's when I got my brain injury. But I think it's a blessing for me right now because God just made me who I am. And I just think I have good parents who found out this. And my brother was the best person that found out what's going on. I had a really crazy life in my life. And I really didn't want to be around this earth. I'm not going to say all of that. But it's a blessing. I have a brain injury, and I love what I do.
Yeah. And I'm blessed that I get the opportunity to know you. That's a blessing to me, buddy, because you're top notch, buddy. You're top notch in my book.
Mm-hmm.
So you that traumatic brain injury pretty much happened to you early on in life.
Yeah, it was. I didn't know I had it since I was 20.
So you
and because they found out I have the ADD when I was in high school,
Mm-hmm.
and I had got picked on and everything. But now I'm back with my friends. Now they understand what was going on because they figure it out. There's and a bunch of my friends like John. He needs to go get checked or something. There was something going on. Mom and dad didn't want to do it because they were school teachers. And uh, but after I had there was a girl happen. It really got really bad when I went to a place called Bridgehaven. There was a girl that saved my and there was a lady. Her name was Ari, and she saved my life on that. She said went to told my parents. I said he needs to go get checked out, and that's when that doctor looked at me like, "Oh, there's something. He has a brain injury." He explained to me it's a chickenpox to the brain. You had Jim's Johnson syndrome. It screwed your brain up. I was like, okay, and now I'm fine now.
No, that's good. Now, I understand that you work at Bob Hook Chevrolet. Is that correct?
Yes, I work. I've been there since 2008. I just had my anniversary in November.
Nice.
Been been working there for now. It's going to be now and no. This November is going to be 18 years now.
We got we got one of my friends that I sometimes do podcasts with for the music side of things. Wolf,
Yeah.
she's in here. She says, "Tell you hi, buddy."
Tell her I say hello too.
He says, "Hi, Wolf. Welcome, Miss Janice. Thanks for showing up." Now, Joe, tell everybody, what do you do at Bob Hook Chevrolet?
I clean the body shop. They got me in charge of the cleaning like the cardboard and the garbage and sweeping the floors and all that stuff. Yeah,
Heck
and
yeah!
yeah,
Now, can you do they ever have you move any vehicles, or can you not drive?
I can't drive because I have no license.
Can't drive because you have no license. Well, that's all right.
Mm-mm.
So now, what hours? Like, how do they work you at work at Bob Hook? Do you work Monday
I
through
work.
Friday, or
I'm gonna work tomorrow. I work Wednesdays and Fridays, 9 to 3, or sometimes if I have a whole lot to do, I have work a little bit over, at least to like 3:30 or something like that. If I have a whole lot to do,
right
they let me
now?
have they let me pick my hours to work.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's really nice.
Hmm.
Now, do
And they're
you like?
giving me.
No, go ahead.
They're also giving me because I'm going on vacation on the 20th. I'm going to Alaska with my family. They're giving me a vacation day off.
Well, that's good. You deserve that, buddy. Are y'all doing a
Yeah.
cruise? I'm assuming.
Yes, we're leaving on the 20th, and we won't be back on the 4th.
Wow, that'll be a fun trip. Have you ever been to Alaska?
I went with my brother for his high school graduation gift, but we didn't do the full. We're going to do the full one with the kids, and we when we get back, mom's going to have a hard time because we're not going to be able to spend time with the kids because now Jed's getting ready to do full time high school football. It's going to take over for a while, and Nora's getting ready to do swimming.
Now, do you help out and go help out your brother when they do their sporting events?
No, they live in Danville.
So they live in Danville. Gotcha.
Yes.
That's interesting.
I support. I mean, I give Jed some support, but I do what you told me to do. And every time we play sports, we're just having fun. I told Jed. I told one of my therapists yesterday. I said, Jed, he lost a couple of games. I said, Jed, a game is a game. You're just having fun. That's all you got to do. And Jed's like, I want to win. I was like, Jed, you can't win all the time. You just have
No,
fun. That's
no,
all.
that's right. Can't win every time.
That's what I told you. That's what I told Bo. I said, Bo, I want to win. I was like, no, have fun. You're hanging out with your friends. That's what's more important.
Now, how many siblings do you have?
I have uh, 2 boys and 2 girls, and they're my love of my life. My oldest one, Jed, he's my best friend because me and him hang around a lot
Do you?
sometimes. Yeah, he was the one I got the first time to hold in my
Hmm.
arms when he was born. Jed, if you met my nephew Jed, he is a cool dude. He's such he's respectful to everybody, and he loves everybody. Jed Jed's funny. But Jed guys gave me a hard time because I'm a Cowboys fan. He goes, he's a Bengals fan. I said, Jed, at least, we beat the Bengals one time. He turned his head and walks away. I was like, yeah.
So how long have you been a
But
Dallas Cowboy fan?
a long time.
So
I also, I'm not
what
kidding. I
made you
also,
pick Dallas?
I, I just been. I like Emmitt Smith. I like his demeanor, and I'm a Cowboys fan. I also like the Houston Astros too because I used to be a Cubs, but when the Cubs got so bad, I was like, I'll change team. My friend Erica threw the first ball at, and that's what I'm a. I've been a Houston Astro fan. I love them, and I am a Kentucky fan, but I'm going for both now because my next door neighbor passed away. I'm going to go for Louisville and Kentucky.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I do the same thing. A lot of
Yeah.
people tell me, they say, "Well, you're not really a Kentucky fan then if you pull for both." And I'm like, "Well, then I guess I'm just not a Kentucky fan then
A
completely
lot of
because
people at my work say the
because
same thing. Yeah.
I love Kentucky and I pull for them over anybody. However,
Hmm.
yeah, there's nothing wrong with pulling for Louisville and wishing Louisville well. I like
Oh,
Louisville.
one funny is I told you that Bones when we had football when I told you Super's going to screw up everything. When we played the term against Louisville at their home, everybody's like, "Who are you going to go for?" I was like, "I ain't going for Kentucky because I want them to get rid of Stoops. I'm going for Louisville
Oh,
because
you
I
weren't a
like
big
Braun."
Stoops fan, eh?
No, after Stoops screwed up everything, but I'm ready. I'm ready to see Bill Stein change this around.
Well, I hope so. You know.
Me too. And
Well,
I hope.
all coaches eventually have some rough seasons. I mean, in Stu's
Yeah.
defense, I mean, you can't win them. Just like you said, we can't win them all, right? You can't
Yeah,
win them all
but
when you're
it's
playing the
just
game, but
like,
you can't win them all when you're the coaching either.
but it's embarrassing. He keeps doing it and kept going on doing it. It just makes us look bad
Yeah,
because we keep on and keep on doing the same crap he always does.
yeah,
That's
and it
why,
did. It did make
and
it hard on us, didn't it? It was.
yeah, because
We've been
he
in a
can't.
rut.
Like if like example, I'll tell you, I like Braun. Braun will not do the same stuff. He gets mad at his players because they screw up, but they come back and talk. He comes back and talks to them. Say, guys,
Yeah.
this is not how we want to play.
Now, do you watch the UFL?
UFL,
Yeah, UFL.
what's that?
United Football League, the one that where we have Louisville now. It's a minor league team, so it's the farm
Uh,
team for who are we the farm team for? Uh, I don't know if they really are
I
designated to a
don't. Sometimes
specific
I don't
region
watch
or not.
football until the fall because I mostly get back into racing and stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, it would have been hard to watch some UFL games because of the overlapping racing. That's right. That's my fault.
Yeah, because they got bracket racing going on, NHRA racing, and sometimes I watch some stuff on YouTube.
Well, our UFL football team, the Louisville Kings, are actually going into the playoffs.
That's cool.
So it's that's going to
Hmm.
be pretty cool. They ended up.
Yeah.
We went and saw them the last 2 weeks, and they look. They're defensive wise, they're really good.
And Bones wants, not Bones, Lou wants me to get into watching the basketball, NBA, and I'm not into that because um, all the old ones are gone.
Yeah, Miss Janice, who's watching you right now, she said it's absolutely amazing that businesses hire the handicap and give them a chance at life. And I agree. I think that is so wonderful when they allow people like you, Joe, who had a
Yeah.
traumatic brain injury, but to have a sense of purpose and actually
Hmm.
go and you're crushing it at Bob Hook. I mean, you've been there since
Yeah,
2008.
and also at Jim But and JBA too.
Oh, you doing there too?
Yeah, I clean the same stuff over there too.
Oh, I did not know you were doing that. I just knew
I
about
do a
Bob
little
Hook.
bit. I do a little bit of everything for Bo, but sometimes if Bo needs me to do some other stuff, he asks me to go do some other stuff because I do like. I also clean. I take the cardboard out, the trash out, but I also clean their back room where the brake light is because and that means it's bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to blow it and everything and stuff like that.
Well, now let me ask you, when it came to Special Olympics, when did
Yeah.
you first start playing in the Special Olympics, and what events were you sporting events were you
First thing
doing?
I started was swimming. I did swimming for a couple. I did swimming. That was the first one because I didn't even know about basketball or softball on the Special Olympics. This was the first time I'd done this. Only thing I did was swimming. But
Now,
the
where do you do that
part
at,
about
Joe? Where
I
did you?
don't do no more.
No,
Oh,
where did you swim? Because I didn't know where they even do the swimming at.
they we always do it at EKU, but they canceled the EKU swim pool. They were still working on the pool, but we did it at the seminary down at by St. Matthews.
No, in Lexington
Um,
Road area.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I really don't like going down there no more. The traffic's
No.
bad. The traffic's bad. Yeah. We used that was we had the stingrays. That's what the first thing I did is
Mm-hmm.
somebody talked to my dad about it at church about me starting swimming, and then after that I started with a different coach. With the I did with the Orange County Eagles for basketball.
Mm-hmm.
It was always out in Orange County and all that stuff. And it's just what I didn't like about. Also, I did softball with him, but um, I I changed teams because it was too far out for us for basketball. It's all the way out in Owen County, and I don't. What I didn't like about Bob Amos used to never be like that. He used to be like you, but he got so into the competition oriented. I was like, Bob, this is not like Special Olympics, and I didn't like what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
All this started was my mom. There was an incident at softball, and we had a girl named Megan, and she was young. She was a teenager. She didn't know what she was saying. She actually told me to shut up, and and I said, Megan, you can't be telling me to shut up. And Bob took it to like I told her to shut up. And it was this constant bickering. And my dad was a coach with them, assistant coach. And my dad got mad about it, and coach said, I don't want to hear about it. And I was like, and my dad's like, he walked off. I said, Bob, you don't talk to my dad like that. And I walked off.
Yeah.
And we had that's when I when that's why I have more respect for Jerry than anybody on the Eagles. And I told Jerry, "What do you think about me changing teams?" He said, "You need to, because it's too far from you."
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and I just like I went to Pitt. I was Pitt for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and
I remember that.
about a couple of years, I hurt my leg and stuff. And I was like, I sit down and watch the. They were never like Pitt was never like that, but now they got so competition oriented. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm gonna go find a different team. Matt, Rhino, I give him all the credit for this. Rhino's the one that told me about you guys. I give Rhino all the credit about that
Right.
because he's the one that helped me find you guys. And I've been with you guys how long? 10 years, 12 years now.
Mm. Oh,
2
quite a
years.
while. Definitely a while.
Yeah, and I just think you guys are the better. And I retired from swimming because they wanted to change my time until let's go to swimming at 8 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
at night. And my dad had to teach. I had to go to work, and it's like ridiculous how. And then I go and swim at the U of L one, and they put
Mm-hmm.
me against little kids. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this.
What was your favorite stroke to swim? Were you best at, what were you best at?
53 and backstroke,
So you
and the
like the
relay,
backstroke.
and the relay.
Oh, you did the relay too. That's cool.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
which is probably the hardest? Was it butterfly was probably the hardest for you?
Oh yeah, the butterfly's hard. You got to stretch your arm, and breaststroke too because you have to put your head in the water. And I can't breathe very well.
Right. Well, I'm glad you weren't trying to snorkel it while you were trying
My dad's like,
to.
my dad was trying to get me to do it. I said, Dad, I have a hard time breathing in the water anyway, and my eyes can't handle it.
So once he's left Pitt, he came to us, and he has been doing now. He's only done basketball with me. However,
Mhm.
this year was your first year you started bocce, correct?
Yes,
Yeah. Now, what do you think about bocce?
I love it. It's nice. It's easy, and it's like almost like cornhole.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's very similar to cornhole. Now
Yeah.
here's Joe. I just want to kind of bring up a picture of Joe
Oh, that's a good picture.
in action. This was in E Town, I think, a few years back.
Uh-huh.
But we were playing the Hot Rods, which is a pretty good team. They always give us a good run for our money, don't they, Joe?
Yeah, and I know one of the girls. I know Hope on there, and she's a good basketball player too.
Yep, yep. She's very good. You're
There was
right.
one team I didn't like very much. It's the red team because they like to cheat too much.
You don't not big on the cheetahs, eh?
Yeah. No, the
Here.
Cheetahs was good. No, no, I'm talking about the real. Remember that real red team we had? The
Oh
one
yeah.
with the. Remember the one? Not Shane's team. I'm talking about the other one. The real one. They put him. They made him upper now.
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of that
He
team
got
was.
the coach got he. That coach made you mad, Bones.
Did he make you mad?
Made you mad too because he's trying to get me kicked out of the game because I was doing
Uh,
so good.
yeah, and
Because I
there's a
was being
picture of you
aggressive.
when you got the ball, you were taking off with it. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Joe is he is fast AF, buddy. I tell you what, he gets down that court so darn fast, it's unreal. He is very aggressive. Tell him what position was your. And now I know that we've been doing a lot of zones too, but last year, what was it? We pretty much stayed with man to
Center.
man, which was
I like
man to
center
man,
because
and
my
that's what you
dad.
like.
I like center. My dad wants me to be underneath the basket,
Mhm.
and I like being center because I can get there closer. Because when they pass me the ball, I, I can run down faster and down before then. But sometimes I have to be. I got to do both because some players we got can't do that very well. But
Yep,
me
that's
and
right.
Johnny are the only ones who can get down there quick.
Yep, and you definitely are quick, aren't you, bud?
Yeah, we had one good female player, and I'm going to say the one that's going to wheelchair basketball. I think she is, you know who I'm talking about, the
Oh,
redheaded
Raina,
girl. Arena.
Raina,
I love Arena.
she's really good.
She can't shoot very well, but she knows how to run. She knows how to go down that court like fire with us.
Yeah,
That's the only thing
she's
she can't
definitely
get
good.
is can't get a ball in the basket. But Arena gets mad. I said, Arena, it's one little mistake. You can get better at it.
Well, I just think it's funny with us. It seems like a lot of times that we at practice it's like we can't miss the basket, but then we get to the game and it's like we couldn't get
Yeah,
it in the basket if we could set it in it.
Rena's got Rena. I think Rena sometimes gets nervous, but I got nervous because the first time I got nervous on a new team, I didn't know how to do what I wanted to do. But now I'm getting used to it. Now Lou's giving me some advice. You're giving me advice. Big Randy giving me advice. I mean, it's like everybody's giving me to figure out what I'm doing wrong. One problem is I can't get a dang on. When I shoot a ball in, it won't go in this year. Last year, I don't know why it didn't.
Yeah, we had some rough go bouts, didn't we?
Yeah, but we did a good job in the tournament. But we need to get some good players for our tournaments because we need some tall players. That's what
Yeah,
we
well, we
need.
took a big hit this year, didn't we? We lost what,
Yeah,
5 players, I think.
yeah, and then
So we were
because of
down a
Special
lot.
Olympics,
I mean, we barely
because
had
of
enough this year to play with, and had what, 1 to 2 subs is
yeah,
all we had. So it made it rough on y'all because y'all had to dig deep and actually stay out
yeah.
on the court a lot longer than you would because we just didn't have the relief
I
to
mean,
do
like
it.
last year, Bones. Silky wouldn't let us go to the state tournament because our uniforms weren't correctly.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I definitely remember that.
That really ticked me off. Like my wit, and then we won one game last year at the tournament. Uh, not this year, last year, and
Hmm.
he wouldn't let us go by to the next game.
Yep. Yeah, lots of rules changes. That's for
Hmm.
sure.
Yeah, I mean that's ridiculous how we got. I'm gonna say this: we got screwed on both of those games.
Mhm. Now, just the basketball and bocce are the only two things that you're currently doing right now for
No
Special Olympics.
bowling. I got bowling in the
Oh,
fall.
so you still do the bowling?
Yeah, and
Now,
I'm good at that.
what's your bowling average, if you don't mind me asking?
Hey, Dad, what's my bowling average? My dad doesn't know. We don't know.
I was gonna
We don't
say,
know.
I
We
was
don't
gonna say,
know.
why don't you know, Joe?
I don't know because I haven't bowled since
That's all
December.
right. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's hard for me to keep up with stuff too, buddy. And I don't have a
yeah. Me
traumatic
too.
brain injury, and it's hard for me to keep up with stuff.
We both got problems.
Or maybe I do, Joe, and no, we just don't know it yet.
You
You
don't.
said
You're
you were 20 when you
look.
found
I
out.
mean,
What do
Bones,
you
you're
know?
smart on anything. You're doing construction and you're doing all this other stuff. But what I'm proud of is you're doing a lot of things with movies and you're getting ready to do things with. You're a boss of a concert thing. That's a cool thing to do.
Yeah, it is cool.
Mhm.
And I'm lucky enough I get to dabble in it.
Yeah.
But I think one of my favorite things that I'm doing so far, and I don't care if it even makes a red cent, is doing sitting here with you right now, doing
Hmm.
a special needs podcast.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the better ideas. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know how many other people do it, but I'm glad that I thought of it for myself because
Yeah.
I think giving you all the platform to let you talk about your accomplishments and what you do
Hmm.
for a living and what
Yeah.
you like and don't like, I think that's very
Yeah.
important. And I'm glad that you have that opportunity to talk.
I'm happy being single again too. I don't have to worry about having somebody treat me like crap.
Well, it
You know.
those relationships sometimes they end and it hurts, doesn't it?
Yeah, but she has done that to me twice, but now I gotten used to it now.
Yeah.
Like, it's just time for me just to do what I want to do.
Yeah, well, sometimes the people may not be bad, but sometimes they just don't mix well. It's not meant to be kind of thing. So,
Yeah, partially it's her. What I'm going to say it is partially it's her mother. That's all I'm going to say because
yeah.
it's partially her mother did all of this and everything, and it's like I don't care no more.
Well, I know that
But
may
I
be
went.
frustrating to you, but you from the parental standpoint, sometimes it's hard for parents to let go sometimes.
Her mom
It's really
sometimes
hard.
is controlling sometimes, but
Yeah, well, I can't
and
say
then she
anything.
has a
I
lot of
I've been in
issue
that
with
boat
other
too,
things.
buddy. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
done that too, man.
Yeah,
There's times
and
I
I
get
step back
controlling.
from Wiggle Well stuff because I just don't. Mark's like, you can come back and work with us. I was like, Mark, I don't have time no more. I'm so
Oh,
busy with things going on and everything. I can't do it no more.
my buddy Danny Potter said, "What's up?" He is the guy. He's watching you, and he actually has a podcast that's actually a lot better than mine. So it's called "What's Up World" podcast. So thank you, Danny, for dropping in and taking a gander at my good friend Joe here. And Joe is a traumatic brain injury patient for those who don't know or that are just joining us. And he is also a Special Olympics participant that is on my team, luckily for basketball, and
Oh
on
yeah.
and on our coaches team for bocce as well.
Yep.
So it's really glad to have you drop in and check him out. Now, Joe, I do know that you also have another really, really, really big passion, and that passion is the National Hot Rod Association.
That's my big. That's what I love so much. I'll tell you what happened, how I started getting into this. Okay.
Well, talk to me, Goose.
All right. I used to love NASCAR. I love NASCAR before I even knew about drag racing. I did watch some of it,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get into it so much. But told Bo Butner, I'm gonna tell you how I met Bo. Okay, Bo
Sure.
Butner and Randy Lake. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna show you. I got this trophy from the car show, Car Castle Auto Show, 2 years ago. Um, I went to Car Castle Auto Show because we did a 50th anniversary. They were not putting bikes in or anything. And about, I think it was 51, I think it is, or 52, 51 anniversary. I go back. They called me in and they said, "All that I have a person who's in charge of the car show thing, bike thing." He
Mm-hmm.
calls me back. He calls me on the phone. He says, "Joe, we're gonna put bikes back in if you want to put your bikes in." I was like, "Okay, you should. Thank you for calling me back. I was gonna ask you about that." And then it's like, and I go in, get my paperwork in, get everything ready. I go and put my bikes in. I walk around. I want. 50th anniversary. I was acquainted with Bo, and I like Big Diggity from Pit My Ride. Pit My Ride. I
Oh yeah,
walk
yeah, yeah.
across. I walked across to see because I went ahead and went to anyway because I have some friends I hang out with down there. I go in. I met Bo as an acquaintance, and I met Diggity. 51% when I had all my bikes, and he comes over and says to me, I went over and see his stuff because he had a Ferrari and a little S10 truck. I walk over to his booth, and I walk over and said, "Oh, do you remember me?" I said, "Are you the guy who had the bikes?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I remember you from the 50th anniversary, and you like digging, yeah." And we go back. He stayed in. When I got my award and stuff for bikes, and then before then, he said, "Can we exchange numbers?" I was like, Bo and them said, "Yeah." Bo said, "Can we exchange numbers? I want to get to know you." Um, After I got done with the car show, I was taking my dog outside to play. I get a phone call. Okay, I get a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, out of the blue, you know.
Right.
I get a phone call. He said, Bo calls me. He said, "Would you want to come up Saturday? We're going to order lunch. Everybody wants to know you." And I was like, it was a godsend.
Right.
I go up Saturday morning with my friend Jeff. I took my friend Chris McCool with me. And we get in the car after I had ball practice. I go up, get out of ball practice. I change my clothes. I get my change of clothes with me. Change the clothes in the gym. Go up there. I met Bo and Randy. It was about March
Mm-hmm.
because they're getting ready to go to Florida for drag race. They got me, and then I met Bo, and then everything. I was friends. I was working with him since then. Because we were getting. I was dating my ex girlfriend Holly when all that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, about five. Man, I was working with a guy. We're gonna go and get some stuff. Bo calls me and said, "Joe, you have anything planned in August?" I was like, "Not really. I don't. I'm not really in August, but I don't have anything planned." He said, "I'm gonna call you. I need your mom's number." I was like, "For what? Am I in trouble or something?" In about 5 minutes, he calls my mom. He said, "I'm gonna take your son to Beach Bend and Bowling Green." And I was like, my mom calls me back and said, "Joe, guess what? Bo's gonna take you to a drag race in Beach Bend." I was like, "What?" And it just that came about, and he took me in his drag car. I was like, you know what? I was like, after all this happened, I got to stay the night in the trailer and hang out with him, have a cookout and stuff. And I was like, this is fine. And I was like, after I got to help him with the race car, I was like, this is cool. That was the picture of me at Beachman you just showed. Pull that. That was the picture. Pull that one up with the dragster.
You're talking this one right here.
Right there. That's what Beachman.
That's a badass car too, isn't it, buddy?
Yep. No, that was in Mohave Valley. The other one was in Beachman, but I got to go and I got to meet all the people, and now Bo and Randy dumped me to their family, and now and after I got home, I was like, Mom, did you and Mom and Dad's like, did you have fun? I was like, yep. And about 5 minutes, I checked my Facebook, and a NASCAR brings up Jeff Gordon and some full fight, and I was like, I'm done with that. And then about what was it? About I got that's when I got hooked to drag racing. I went to about me and my girlfriend broke up. Went to the dance. And then Bo calls me. He knew what was going on. He said, "Joe, you got anything planned?" I was like, "No, come with me to the valley." I was like, "Okay." And I was like, that's when I got hooked to drag racing and all this stuff. And
Now, the bikes that you're talking about, are you talking about these bikes?
yes, those were custom bikes.
So
Yep.
those are so tell me a little bit because I saw that on your Facebook and I was kind of intrigued because those are really cool bikes. Now,
The first bike I had, the blue one, was made. I was on vacation with my mom and dad. We went to Massachusetts. I was dating my other ex girlfriend Lisa back then, and I got home.
hmm
My friend Bob Rabeau calls me and said, "I just got back from Massachusetts," and he's like, "Would you have anything?" And we got something for you. I was like, "We're gonna take you to this bar Derby City Custom owns in downtown Louisville." And I was like, okay. And about 5 minutes, I go to a bar and they show me this blue bike. It's got blue flames on it and everything. And it's like a custom bike. And I was like, wow. And then after that, they put it in the car show, the Car Casper Auto Show. I was in their that one right there. I was in their booth with the custom car show. I was in every bike show from hot rod bikes. Um, I'm missing my big flame trophies. Oh, right here. Uh, hot rod bikes at the fairgrounds. They had my bikes in Easy Rider, and I won first place at every bike show. That one I won. That flame one, I was there. I won first place on every bike show, every one of these. And I was the runner up. They voted the runner up of every one of them. And but when didn't have, um, I went with Derby City. I did my own show. I went first time did the car Casper all by myself. I won. I won these two the best of show bikes. But it cost money to get trophies. That was the last time I did it because it was $100. You have to have $100 to pay for every bike in that booth. And I was like, that's ridiculous how much it costs to get a trophy. But
that
I
is a lot.
did, and I decided and told Dad I'm just going to do a participant. I got every participant plaque because everybody loved my bikes because I participated in every show. All my plaques are on my wall somewhere, and it's like it was a godsend. Lord has put me on that. But yeah, and after that, let's finish up when we're talking about racing. I got to go to the U.S. Nationals. That was the first time I ever been to the U.S. Nationals. I'd never been there. I have, I'm gonna tell you, I have friends. I'm with. Bo was in 2015. He got to do pro stock. No, was it 2015? Yeah, yeah. He was with KB Racing for like I think 10 years, and the race he won, I got so excited. It was 2017.
hmm
What it was, it was funny. The race he raced was uh, uh, my friend uh, Tanner Gray. He blew his tire out of a technicality. Out of
hmm
technicality, Bo won this. I was watching it. My buddy, because my buddy was moving to his house. He let me watch the race while they were moving stuff. And about Sunday, I was downstairs. My mom heard me screaming like top of my lungs because Bo won the whole thing. And on a technicality, he won the World Series 2017 race in Pomona. You have to have more points to win that race than anybody. And after that, I went to U.S. Nationals when we had. Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. My YouTube was on. Hold on, man.
All right. I didn't lose you, did I, Joe? Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. Oh, shit. And I did not tell him. Let me see if I can get him back in, guys and gals. Yeah. Come back in on the same link I sent you. Whoops. Well, hopefully he'll be back. Let us see. I don't know what he did. Maybe a bad signal, or he may have just saw something running in the background and wanted to shut it off. And when he did, it just ixnayed everything. All right, Joe, if you could still hear me, I sent you a text, but that link that I sent you before, you can actually re-click that link and come right back in. It's not, you won't have a problem coming back in, buddy. I hope he can figure this out. This has been such a good interview so far. I don't want it to end yet. Well, while we wait for Joe to come back in, I do want to take time to thank everybody. Yeah, Danny, you're right. You got to love technology. I want to thank Danny Potter from What's Up World podcast from being in here. Here comes Crazy Joe. You're back.
Thank
There
you.
you go. You
I
figured
don't
it
know
out,
what
buddy.
it was. I don't know what it was. It just added silly stuff. I don't know what.
Well, you figured it out. Now you're sideways and now you're frozen.
I am frozen.
Yeah, I wonder why.
I don't know.
We'll see if it rectifies itself. We'll give it a second here. Let me see if I can help. I don't know if there's anything I can do to help you or not. No, I don't see anything.
We'll just do without the video.
Well, there. All right. Well, we'll figure it out. You'll either come back or you won't. Or we can I can remove you. Why don't I remove you? And you click that link I sent you. The same link is good.
Yeah, you might have to do that. We'll get reset it, and we're still going to talk anyway.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to remove you, but I want you to re-click that link, okay?
I'm going to right now.
All right, buddy. All right, let's see if we can get him in here where we actually have video. Now, I know it's not going to make much difference once I upload it because half the shit I upload to is going to be, it's going to go to, I think it's mainly audio anyway for the most part, like on Spotify and stuff. I don't know if I pay enough money to get the video uploaded, but hopefully he'll be back in so we can with video or we can see him. But again, thanks Danny Potter from What's Up World podcast from being here. Thanks to Wolf Fair Records and podcast for also stopping in before she had to take a little.
There we go. Here we go now.
Go. Now I don't know why you're sideways. I think are you turning your phone sideways?
Yeah.
We'll see if you can turn
let me unplug my phone.
Yeah, see if you can turn it back the other way. If you can't, that's we'll it'll be all right. Like I say, man, that's the glory of this podcast.
Let me start over and let me try again. Let me try again.
You want me to remove you? See, that's what I love about this podcast, though. I mean, now, granted, if I was professional, which I'm not, then I would shoot this video with Joe. Then I would edit it, and you would not see any of this. But a part of me thinks a lot of the charm is
There we
seeing,
go.
seeing the struggles. There you go, Joe. Now I don't know why we're blue, but we're not gonna mess with shit. So we're just gonna leave it alone.
Oh, I'm gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna leave it alone
leave it. We're gonna
because
leave
I
it
think,
alone.
yeah,
All right, so I know we got dropped in the middle of your conversation, but before we kind of circle back to that, I did have a question about the bikes. And the bike questions are, like, for instance, this bike is
yeah. That
that bike
was
there.
my.
What all did you do to build that bike? Did you
That
have a
was a
big hand in
surprise.
that?
That bike was a surprise for me.
Oh,
But
was
I'll
it
tell you
really?
about. Yeah, this one was. They did it on their own. But the black bike. Go back to the black bike.
No,
The
okay.
black one with the flame. It was my idea. The one that you had on the black flame bike.
Oh, I think it's
The
actually, I think it's this one. Yeah.
yeah. This one. This is funny. I went and saw because they wanted to build another bike and they wanted my expertise on this bike.
Uh-huh.
What's funny is you're gonna laugh at this. I went to watch. I went to watch because I'm a big Nicolas Cage fan.
Me too.
I went and watched Ghost Rider. I
Uh-huh.
went and watched the Ghost Rider bike and everything, and I was like, wait a minute. I sat there and I was thinking. I was thinking of a bike to do. And I was like, I never done a skull bike, and I never done anything with red or orange flames.
Mm,
And I always wanted to do something like that. And I was
mhm.
like, I was sitting there talking and I'm thinking. And I texted my buddy Jason from Derby City. I was like, how about we do a Ghost Rider bike because we're doing skulls. And then I go in there and he's like, come in. Bobby took me Tuesday because we go out into Derby City Customs bike company. It's down. It used to be in J-Town. I go in there and I talk to him. I was like, "Well, how about we do a Ghost Rider bike and everything?" And they like, then they go to the board. Now you can design it on the computer, but now we go to the board. Back then we didn't have all those way to do it on the computer. He designed it like he took a frame. I was like, how about we make look like a real motorcycle? And he's like, how about we do this and this and this? I was like, you can do the frame. It's your idea, but I want to do the tank, a long tank with orange skulls, everything on it. But they went all out on it. I didn't know they were going to put those footer leaves on it. That was not my design. I was like, I was like, just Jay, you just go the way you want to do it. You go long tank, long frame. I just want to do a Ghost Rider frame, Ghost Rider bike, so I can take it and do another car show at the car Castle Auto Show.
Right.
I want to do something like that because
Mhm.
it's just an, I want to design the way I want it, and everybody's like, Joe, this bike. Everybody at the car show said that bike is awesome. I was like, how did you design that? But it came out of my brain. He's like, I did it after a movie, Ghost Rider.
That's cool. I like it. So
All
the
my
other bike,
family,
and this bike here, for those that can't see, because I can't really zoom in, it says Derby City Customs in airbrushed on the side of the tank, which is
yeah,
really cool too.
and that's
That's
why I told Jason and them, I want your guy to do my bikes, paint my bike, and that's what I'm gonna do. If I want to do another bike, I'm gonna talk to Jason and see if I can get his guy who used to paint bikes because I like him.
yeah. And that bike there is badass, man. I love the blue and black combination. I
Yeah,
love
they did
the ape hangers
that
it has on it. It's nice.
that was a Jesse James frame bike. They One of my buddies bought, and they bought it. They took the tank off, remodeled everything on it, redone everything. I mean everything. It was perfect.
That's cool, man. That's really
Mhm.
cool. I love it, man.
I like it too.
I think it's
It's
bad
one.
A for sure.
It's one of my.
And I love your fire bike too, man. It's awesome.
Hmm.
I mean, that's I love
Yeah.
that sleek. contours that it has. It's the slow
Yeah.
curves, and it's really nice, man.
That's why you and me get along because you and me both like skulls.
Oh yeah, like this one.
Yeah.
I love how they have the airbrush skull on that.
Yeah. Every city comes in like skulls on every bike. They're not in business no more. But now my buddy Jason does a lot of tattoos now. Like
Hmm.
he owns like tattoos Jefferson Mall. He used to be in Jefferson Mall. Now he used to own one at St. Matthews, but now he does his own tattoo thing. He has one in E Town. But
That's awesome, buddy. And then
mhm,
this picture here is cool because I used to have a big wheel when I was a kid based
mhm.
off the General Lee, but this is a go-kart, and this go-kart is bad A, man.
I just sold that because I have no place to ride it in my house.
Oh, no doubt. Dude, it's awesome though, man.
I gave it
Two-seater.
to somebody. I gave it to somebody who has a kid and who would appreciate driving that thing.
Oh, well, that was sweet of you, man. That's
Yeah,
really very nice of you, dude.
My buddy Bo wanted to buy. I said, Bo, where are you gonna have? You don't have any place to ride it in Indiana.
That was cool though. How long did you have that?
A long time. I just had a lot of engine trouble because the motor they put in was a Honda, and the Hondas are really not good for go karts. They're only good for like lawnmowers and stuff.
Yeah, and they're not even doing that anymore. They stopped making
Mm.
Honda
Yeah,
lawnmowers.
because I had to get my buddy Keith Nichols. He built that. He had a go. His friend had a go kart. He put the motor in and everything. I had to get him to come over to my house and fix it. And
Yeah.
I had to get. And after he stopped doing motors and stuff, he does a lot of more like motorcycle motors. I took it to a place. My dad knew Jason over at his name was I forgot him Steve. He used to a motor company in on Blankenbaker. And he stopped. He couldn't. He stopped doing that. But I didn't have time to get it fixed. I had to clean the carburetor out. I was like, I just need to get rid of it because someone can get it fixed themselves and give it to somebody who needs it more.
Miss Val just dropped in too. Say hello, Miss Val. It's good to see you.
Hi,
She's
Miss
one.
Val.
Miss Valerie is she's in her and Janice are pretty much on every podcast I've ever done, and I've got
Mhm.
several other uh, young ladies that tend to come in and be very supportive. They may not make everything because nobody can make everything,
Because they
but
have to work.
yeah, but I do got some very, very good friends that are very supportive of what I do, and Valerie is one of them, and so is Miss
Yeah,
Janice. So,
yeah.
I definitely thank them for being in here today, and it was nice to see Danny Potter from What's Up World drop in, as well as Wolf, before she had to take her little siesta. Wolf Vare from Wolf Vare Podcast and Records. She's somebody that's helped me. Matter of fact, she helped me learn kind of this. So
Yeah.
because of her is why I'm able to sit here and kind of show these pictures. Because you know me, bud, I'm not very technologically savvy. So it takes me a
I
little
know
bit,
you aren't.
takes me a little time.
I had to help you one time on your phone. I had to fix your phone one time.
Yeah, you
Remember?
did. You had to at the, at basketball practice. Yeah, you had to because
Yeah,
my,
I had to
my
help you
shit was
fix your
all
phone. Me and Lou had to help you fix your phone.
messed. So, you're
My dad's the same. My dad, Lou Bones. My dad's the same way. I had to help him a little bit.
yeah.
We
Well,
had an issue one day. We were going to Indianapolis. We needed the map and everything. And my mom's phone was acting up. My phone was acting up when they had that situation with Verizon. And about Saturday, and Sunday, we gave my ass a dad. Check your phone, see if it works. About 5 minutes, the map came back on. I was like, "Yep, it's working now." So you know I have to use my phone.
now I'm going to show you. I'm going to bring this picture up. This now that we went through the losing you, and we kind of I know it disrupted the talks of the
I'm
National
sorry,
Hot Rod.
YouTube was sending me something, and I
No,
was
and
trying
that's
to
no,
bring
it's
it
not
in.
your fault, buddy. I'm sorry that it happened because it screwed up your concentration on your story, but I'm sure we'll be able to filter it back in. But
Yeah.
let's bring this picture up and let me have you talk about these people here.
That's Bo and Randy. I've been they already adopted. This is funny. This is funny, Bone. They already adopted me to their family now, and I have. I'm getting ready to cry. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right, buddy.
I have so much.
That's okay, buddy.
I have so much respect for Bo and Randy because they they were always like my brother is so busy with other things in his life going on, but me and my brother are good friends. But Bo and them are so good to me. Oh, my battery's going low. Sorry.
Do you need to plug your phone in?
I'll switch it.
Yeah, go ahead and do what you got to do, bud. Whoops.
Let me go get my other earphones so I can let these other ones charge. Let me get my other ones, my white ones.
Okay, buddy. I'll be here.
I know. Be
I won't.
and
I won't leave you.
I know you won't. Hold on, man. I'm gonna switch this one out.
But I'm glad that they kind of take you in and do stuff with you too, because you deserve that, and that's awesome that they're that caliber of people that they want you to be a part of their stuff. Let me see if I can help you with that. Maybe not. You're muted right now. Actually, I think you just got dropped. Unmute mic. Yeah, it's not working. I think you got dropped. Hey, Joe, I'm going to drop you. I want you to come back in. Same way we did before. So we're having a little difficulty. We had a little mishap because he got something was sent, I think, from, I want to say it was YouTube, and he went to close it out, and when he did it, I don't know if we lost connection or if we closed out too many things and he got dropped. So we're trying to get him back in here. And then there we go. He's coming back.
I got you now.
There you go, big dog. You know what? We can figure it out.
I figured it out so I don't have to plug my phone no more. I'll plug it in later. We were talking about Bo and Randy, right?
Yep.
Can you hear me okay? Because these earphones sometimes don't have.
I can hear you. Not as
buttons.
good as before, but yeah, we can still hear you.
Okay.
And I brought the picture back up of Bo. You say it's Bo and what's her name?
Hold on, I'm gonna do something.
Mandy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bo and Randy were. They're the ones I met at the Cardcaster Auto Show,
Mm-hmm.
and everything. They're good people. They are they really adore me like crazy, and I am gonna bluntly say that because they're always there for me. They don't like people.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I thought you were
Wow.
freezing,
I could hear
and
you a little bit.
they were always like people. They they don't like me getting picked on at work, and they're really on good people. They will put me first before anybody else
Yeah.
because they love me to death like crazy. That's why Bo got me hooked on drag racing, and I'm always the first one. I'm always the first one to get Indianapolis tickets before everybody else gets them,
Right.
and they will let me go and help and stuff. But last year, Bo and Randy lost in the finals of the drag race at U.S. Nationals. Bo and Randy's like, "What?" And they said, "This is the first time you're going to be without me and them." I was like, "I know." And they let me go and hang out with Erica and them. I'll talk about them too. First, I want to talk about Bo. Bo will take a shirt off his back to help you with anything, anything.
That
You know
sounds
what I'm
like a
saying?
stand-up guy.
He is and everything. Yeah, he's a stand-up guy. He will help you with anything you do and everything. And like Randy, she's my dollar girl. She's my sister. She's a dollar girl. She's there for me. She's like they. One thing that's funny is when Christmas comes, I'm always getting gifts from them because they are always. I'm always appreciative of any gift they give me. Like this, I just got a new hat, a new sweatshirt from them for Christmas.
Well,
They're
that's cool,
always
buddy.
they spoil me, right?
That's cool, buddy. I
That's a
love it.
good thing. And
Heck yeah.
I just think they are all good people. And when my grandmother passed away, that's hard for me. My grandmother passed away in 2019. You know that. You knew that.
Yeah. And I'm sorry about
My
that, buddy.
and my grandma, Miss Butler, they did a Christmas thing because they didn't do a Christmas party or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they Grandma Butler. It's before COVID started. Grandma Butler went with we went to Bubba look at the Bubba's over in
Yeah, off Hurstbourne Lane.
they got me a Christmas gift, but Bo's like my mother's got something for a bigger Christmas present for you. She's like, I would love to adopt you as my grandson. I was like, oh my god, and I was crying about it. I was like, no way. Uh, Miss B, Grandma Butler is my grandmother now. Yeah,
Well, that's cool,
and
bud.
we had when we had COVID and stuff. I had couldn't go to work because of all that stuff going on, all that junk. Remember we had practice still, we had junk, all that.
Right.
And about 10, like about October, we can go and do stuff. Bowling Randy, actually, Jimbo. What happened was Jimbo was working in Houston, Texas, and he said, "I would love you to come up and we can go to a race." I was like, "Okay." About 5 minutes, I asked Bo because Bo and Randy were one of the races had to switch because of COVID. Houston had to go from that
Right.
in October. In October, and they asked me if I wanted to go to Houston for a drag race. I said yes. They let me come down on Friday night. My work let me take off because of that. We flew out on at 7 o'clock at night, not 7 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock in the morning to head to Houston.
Yeah.
And then everything.
Hey, Joe, quick question. Do you have the other ear pod for your other ear?
You can't hear me?
Well, I can, but you're very choppy. I'm just wondering if you put
Now I
both
can hear
in.
you now. Yeah, I got
I
both of
just
them in.
wonder if maybe that helps, but I don't know if it will or not. But
I got you now.
yeah, I can
Now
hear
I can
you,
hear you
but
better
you're
now.
not. I can't hear you as good as I could before. But we got to make do with what we got. So
They
it
went out.
is
My
what it
earphones
is.
went out. Yeah.
Now let me. So I showed you that photo, but let me bring up this photo and tell me a
Oh,
little bit.
that's one of my good. She's like my sister, Erica. I'll tell you the story about this. This is funny. Bo, I'm gonna finish up the Houston one. It's mixed together with that. Okay, that story. Uh, 2000 when I went to Houston, Bo was gonna retire from pro stock, and I was still with KB and stuff. When Bo retired, I said, Bo, when you do your last race from home, I was gonna ask him. Jason Lyons was there with me, and Greg was on the other side. And me and Greg are not friends no more. Because what he did to Bo's car
Mm-hmm.
put too much weight. I said Jason and Eric, and Jason Lyons loves me to death. I have so much respect for Jason Lyons and his wife.
Right.
I said to Bo, would it be okay if I change teams when you retire? He said, who you would go for? Will you go for Chris McGay? I'm like, nope. And Bo was like, no, he's going to go for Elite because he loves Erica Enders. Randy Lane brought that up. And Erica, I'm going to tell you, I walk over to Erica's pit and ask her right there, Richard Freeman. But now I'll tell you I'll tell you other good news. What happened this year? Okay, Erica said, "Are you gonna come on with us?" I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, I'm not gonna stop. I love you to death." She's like, "You better be coming on with us." I was like, "Yeah, I am." I got a number later. It's the wrong number. Oh, crap.
Hey, Joe.
The wrong number. I got you.
Joe, you may want to just don't worry about the messages coming in because when you click shit, you tend to go away.
Oh, I gotta fix that right now.
so
I
you know
don't know
we
why
can
these people.
always deal with the other bullshit later. You know.
These people call me on the wrong number.
I love you, buddy. Well, he'll be back. He knows how to come back, thank goodness. But apparently he gets a little distracted when people either chime in or he gets messages from like YouTube and shit. And when he sends the click shit, he tends to disappear. There you go. Are you
I'm
back?
just back now.
There we go. All right, buddy. I would say that if
I
you get another
understand why
message
people
from
do that
anybody,
right on the
just
wrong.
let it go. Just don't
I
worry
don't
about it.
understand why people call me on the wrong time when I'm trying to do something.
Well, that's just a story of everybody's life, buddy.
Yeah.
Everything. If you ain't got nothing going on, your phone ain't ringing. But if as soon as you get something going on, everybody wants to see how you're doing. You know, it's just the way it is. It's luck of the draw, I guess.
We were talking about Erica, weren't we?
Yeah.
Okay. I went over to Erica's pit after before I had to head home fly back home to Chicago, from home from Chicago to Kentucky.
Uh huh.
I went over and told Erica I was coming on your team, and she's like, "Goody, goody, goody," excited about it. And I was like, "I'm excited too." And the coolest thing is Bo and Bo was retired doing all sportsman stuff for a little bit, but he was doing a bracket race at Vegas Spring Fling Million. It was like towards COVID and stuff. After COVID, but got really bad with COVID and stuff. Before COVID, got real bad. He talked to Erica if I could come on. He could come and leave because we had a driver retire from it. He retired, but Erica kind of was excited about it. First time I went to U.S. Nationals was when I was with KB,
Mm-hmm.
and I was so excited about seeing Erica because Erica was one of my favorite female drivers of all time in sport in pro stock.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Are you gonna go see Erica?" I was like, "Yeah." And me and Erica hit it off pretty well first time we met, and she really adores the crap out of me. Because I was not with Elite yet until after Bo retired.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I started full time being with them. And now, but Erica and them like me being in their pit all the time because
Mm-hmm.
I give her luck. About on there, Bo lost, and Bo's like when Bo was done with KB and all this stuff. And I said, Bo, is it okay if I'll be with Erica? Yeah. And I was with her, and when Bo started with Indianapolis, and I was upset I couldn't go, but because of my leg cut up, and them said Erica really missed you when you were not there, and I was like, I knew I had a messed up leg. After that, when I went to Houston and all that, because she's from Houston, and Houston people are really nice down there. I mean, some people like Dallas people. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys fan, but some Dallas people are really because I have one guy named Alex Laughlin gave me Erica's number, but we and him had a falling out because he was being a jerk about other things, and I was like, you know what? And I was done. I was done with people being jerks, and I
Right.
was like, and I said, Alex, you know what? I'm blocking your number because if we're gonna be like this, I'm done. I can't do this
Yeah.
because you're not going to be a jerk to me on the phone and saying this and this and this and this because some people you like I like some people and he's just like that and it's like we had a falling out. What happened was first day I was over the lead when Bo was there. Greg or not, Greg's a jerk. Greg gets really cocky when he races because he gets cocky too much.
He's very competitive.
Erica beat him in the first round of the first race. Beat
Hmm.
him in the first round. You have to be qualified to the first round to win the finals. He won the finals. Erica won the finals in the pro stock.
Hmm.
When all this happened, I was sitting there. I was talking to like Richard and Erica. We were talking. I was standing by our car talking. Anderson comes by, gives me a third look. He comes. He just he said something to me like a good stupid remark. He said, "We lost because you're not on our team. Not going for our team no more." I was like, I said, "Greg, you're not going to come over here and run your mouth like that and say things like you're going to say some stupid things like that."
Right.
And Erica pulled me aside, and Richard went over and said, "You're not going to come over here and run your mouth and say something about Joe about some things. You know what? Joe is. We love Joe on this team because he is a really good dude." But you're not going to disrespect him like that.
Hmm. What do you do
Around for
for them?
that.
Do they let you do anything specific,
I
or
just hang around, be their
you're the good luck
person.
charm?
Yeah, because we have now Bo. What happened was Bo sponsored because we didn't know John Horsepower. We didn't know Jason Johnson because he's the one that owns a museum, a car lot down in Nashville,
Hmm.
and he always wanted to support NHRA. And he wanted. Bo found what happened was Jason Johnson found us in Houston, Bo Butner, because Bo never had a sponsor. He only sponsored his own car with KB,
Hmm.
Bo Butner, Jim Butner Auto.
Yeah.
But we
Hmm.
had a sponsor before him,
Right.
and they always like to sponsor race cars.
Hmm.
John Horsepower Garage. Jason Johnson is a really good dude. He is respectful to anybody. He sponsors now. He sponsors now because now Hagen left Schumacher because Schumacher was going to stop, but he passed away a long time ago. Don Schumacher. You know Don Schumacher. He owns like the courts for like jump starting cars and stuff, right?
Hmm.
His son now owns Schumacher Racing now, and now Matt Hagen left because they were not doing funny cars no more because they were cutting back on stuff.
Hmm.
Tony Stewart, what you know, Tony Stewart, he was a
Oh, hell yeah.
NHRA.
I know him.
He was a good dude. He did
Hell of a
NASCAR.
cup driver too.
He owns like the hat I always wear with
Yeah.
the red letters.
Hmm.
He sponsored Matt Hagen. Now when Jason Johnson got with him, now they do fun pro stock. Now they own pro stock bikes. Now funny cars. And Erica, Matt Hagen, it was Bo who started all this because Bo brought them to elite.
Right.
KB wasn't going to do it. KB has their own. That's why I didn't like about KB because that was what they would. That's what they were doing with Bo's car. But the the owner who owned KB retired, but
Hmm.
Mama, my grandma told me something that really pissed me off because we heard we're talking about the 17 race. She said Bo was leaving because the owner's wife was saying some things hurtful. It's embarrassing. When Bo won that race, the owner of that race said, "We didn't want Bo to win. We wanted all these other ones to win." And I was
Right.
like, "Really? That's stupid." And I was like, and that's when I told Bo. That's when Bo. That's when I told Bo when he retired. When Greg was doing some shady stuff I didn't like. And I
Mm-hmm.
told Jason Lyons that. I said, Jason, you need to watch Greg because he's doing some shady stuff over there at Bo's car right now, putting too much weight on his car. Because if you too much weight, it makes people lose. If you put a little bit of weight, it makes people win. But I didn't like what he was doing. But I decided to go with a lot of the lead people were like, when are you going to come back with us? I was like, I'm never coming back because I don't like what you're doing. I don't like Greg Anderson because he's really arrogant on stuff he does. But Jason Lyons retired from KB because he didn't like what Greg was doing. And it's just like, really, it's just like he likes to cheat too much. I don't support somebody cheating too much on stuff like that. And Elite, but the problem is, Bo had a problem with Elite's engines. I said, Bo, you haven't had a chance to figure this out. These engines are hard. They are really good what they're doing. Yeah. And now Bo's gone. I'm still with the lead. Now I got good news. We are what I told you over the winter break. We're gonna Richard's gonna buy a top field team.
Mm-hmm.
We just bought a top field team from, and now Tony Stewart's doing it. Guess what? We just won the Winter Nationals in Pomona.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest thing we did. And I was like, I'm so happy I support Elite because that's honest truth. But we are probably going to go back with the not with big the nostrils now next year. But I'm excited because Erica just won the Mission Food race in Chicago, but I wanted her to win the whole final race. But my buddy Aaron Stanfield just won the whole thing in Chicago, and I wanted Hagen too.
That's
Hagen won
cool.
the whole Pomona race.
Now, who is this?
That's one of my best buddies in the world. He's like my brother. He's a funny car driver. He uh, he won Vegas. I'll tell you what's funny. I met I didn't what's funny is I met him on Instagram. I did not know him.
Uh huh.
Out of the blue, he texted me on Instagram. He said he was off for a while for COVID and stuff. He texted me and said, "Hi, my name is Matt Hagen." I was like, my mouth dropped. I was like, I did not know him because I like Matt Hagen a lot. He's a good dude, and we talk on the phone a lot. He's a really good driver and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He's just if you meet him, he's a good dude. He's a really good dude. He's a nice dude. I looked him up a couple of times. He has done pro mod, funny car, and also done boat racing.
Nice.
Boat racing. Cool dude. And that's when now he's on with Elite now
Mm-hmm.
with Tony Stewart. Now I met Leah Pritchett this year. She had never met me before. I have first time met her on in Indianapolis. And she's like found out, oh, are you friends with Bo and stuff? I was like, yeah. I was like, that's funny. And everything else. And it's like I love my race team. I love racing. I love drag racing. I love that. But the cool thing is, I wish I had the winner circle picture of me and Bo 2 years ago. First time got in go in the winner circle in Indianapolis when he won Super Gas. Me and my dad were in the winner circle. and super
That's
good
awesome, buddy.
at the final. It was just a blessing for me to hang out with them. They said, "No, Joe, this is his first time going to Winter Circle, but last 2 years ago I had to leave because my dad had to go teach. He's a teacher, but
Yeah.
my dad retired from teaching. No, he was still teaching, but he didn't get we got to leave and stay the night on Tuesday and left on Tuesday morning
Hmm.
because he wanted me to be in the Winter Circle. And I walked over and I saw Erica getting ready to go into the final. I told Richard, I said, tell her to kick butt. She beat Greg Anderson in the final.
Yeah, I looked to see if you had any pictures, maybe like if you were able to sit in the funny car or anything like that, but I didn't
Oh, I'm
see any.
sorry, I took some of those off because I had to clean my phone out last year.
Well, that's all right. That's all right. I didn't tell you that I was spying on you, but I was. I was trying to get some good pictures. That way I had some cool stuff to ask you too, because I knew you were super passionate about the racing. And I'm really glad that you are because that's good. That's good for you. It's good socially.
It's a good sports.
And you do a good job at everything you do, Joe. You're a
One
very
thing
good dude.
I like about NHRA, it's a family thing because
Mhm.
it gets people get together with family.
Mhm.
NASCAR is starting to be a publicity stunt to me. It's just
Yeah.
not. It's not. It, a long time ago, it used to be like with Dale Earnhardt, Dale Jr. It used to be a family thing. I used to watch it all the time. NASCAR. I just get tired of it because every time I watch it, everybody wants to fight all the time. Every driver wants to fight. That's not how a race needs to be. Everybody needs to get to be nice to everybody. That's the situation with Tanner Gray in NHRA. One day I was watching a race and I was getting on Instagram and one of my buddies post, one of my race guys sent me something about Alex Lawman did it and he said, what do you think about this? And I wrote a thing on the phone. I said, Alex needs to watch what he does because he's going to get his butt suspended for doing crap like that. And I wrote a thing. And when I went to Indy, I went to talk to Alex. I said, Alex, you almost made me not want to watch you no more. Made me want not be your fan no more because what you just did on Instagram. And you embarrassed us big time when you did stuff like that. And I was like, Alex is like, I don't want to do it anymore. I was like, yeah, that's what I want you to do. Now it's not a fight no more. You're an adult. Adults don't do crap like that. That makes like a children thing.
Yeah. Well, I hear you. And
And Erica was with me when I said that. I was like, Erica, I was really embarrassed for you guys, and more than anything, because that's not a way. And I put Bo involved. Bo never does that because you know what? Bo gets mad when he loses, but he never goes and fights with anybody because he's a respectful dude.
well, yeah, you gotta
I
you
told
gotta
I told
have
I
more
told
self control. You know.
I told Alex, Alex, you almost lost me as a fan because you were doing stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I went over to Tanner. I said, Tanner, you didn't do anything wrong. I went over to him first. I said, you didn't do anything in that fight. You were having fun doing racing. It's just Alex takes things too far.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, and I think yeah, I know we're with what we got going on right here with you. It's kind of we're intermittent. It's I keep losing you, and I get you, and it's making it. It's definitely kind of hard. So we may go ahead. We're almost to the hour and a half mark, which is our perfect time for a podcast. So we'll
Mhm.
probably get ready and go ahead and wrap this up. I would like to take a moment of silence, whether you like him or not, because some people didn't, but it's because he was so
You know about
competitive.
Kyle Busch?
But Kyle Busch, I'd like to take a
I
moment
love
of
Kyle Busch.
silence for
I
him.
love
Kyle
Kyle
Busch
Busch.
was
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you. That's what I was going to ask. I love Kyle Busch. He's a
Yeah.
Christian too.
And he's
Because
he's an awesome dude, and he's a hell of a racer, whether you like him or not. He was good, and it's
I like his
very, very
demeanor. I
sad
love
and
he's
tragic what happened.
respectful. That's the only one race car driver I like doesn't start crap. Because
Yeah,
he doesn't fight with nobody. He's a good dude. He's a family guy like Dale Jr. Dale Jr. is the same way. He doesn't fight with nobody. Him and his dad did it a long time ago, but his dad stopped because everybody's like, you can't be doing that.
Well, everybody screws up from time to time, I guess. But it's good that they don't. But yeah, I wanted to take a quick moment of silence for Kyle because that was, as you know, that's Brandon's favorite NASCAR driver. So it was a hell of a blow for him too.
That's what Brandon told me, and I was like, it's blowing me because I like him so much because he gave Dale Jr. a chance to show his light up at racing because his
Hmm.
wife, his mother-in-law, fired his butt for no reason. But that's what I like about Kyle Busch. He gave him a chance to race with him.
Yeah,
And
he was
Dale
awesome.
Jr. has a lot of Dale Jr. kind of came on and said, "I have so much respect for him, Kyle Busch." But cool thing is he's paying for his funeral and everything. He's just
Yeah, I
Dale
heard he was
Jr.
going to do
Dale
that.
Jr.'s like that. I love Dale Jr. He's just like that. He's like his
No, he's a
dad.
cool dude too. I like Dale.
His dad's the
Dale
same
was
way.
good. Now my guy is Kyle Larson. That's my guy. So that's who I love. I love
And
Kyle
I love also
Larson.
Tony Stewart said the
Well,
same thing.
Tony
He's
Stewart,
like
yeah. But back when he was
Tony
in,
Stewart.
he was awesome back when he was racing NASCAR. Of course, now
He loved
obviously he's
everybody.
gone into other things.
He came on a podcast a long time ago, and
Hmm.
he said Kyle Busch is one of my favorite people to talk to and driver and everything. And he said the same thing. I guarantee they're going to do something this weekend at NHRA this weekend because they're going to put down. They're going to do a moment of silence for Kyle Busch anyway. They
Yeah.
do a lot of things with drivers anyway. I think Erica's going to put something on her car anyway about it. And I'll tell you
Yeah.
one thing about I love the IndyCar too.
Oh
IndyCar did
yeah.
the same thing. Did the
Those are
same thing
badass.
because they had a poster of him on the thing when they started Indy, and they showed him and his family.
Well, a lot
His
of them
mom,
have
his
gone to
wife, and
they
his
go to
kids
that
so
too
cool.
after NASCAR. I mean, look at Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah,
He was my guy. I love Jimmy Johnson. That was my guy, but
now Dale
he
Jr.'s going to help his son get into NASCAR now. He's going to help him a
yeah.
lot with all of that. That's what I like about Dale Jr. He will
Yeah, he's a
do
good dude, man.
anything to help anybody because he was raised by his dad. His dad would do something like that, and his sister is the same way.
Mhm.
Kelly, I love Kelly. Uh, he's her sister is a strong Christian, but she is one of the sweetest ladies I love in the
And Miss Valerie, she's in here still, and she said NASCAR's Tony Stewart has always been her favorite, and he was a force to be reckoned with when he ran NASCAR. That's for sure. He was a hell of a racer.
watch NHRA now.
Yep.
Um, Tony Stewart's back drag racing now. He's drag
Well,
racing. He owns a drag racing team. And he's a force to reckon with now.
there you go. There you go, Val.
Everybody in the NHRA is scared to race him because he knows what he's doing.
Right.
He's got it down like a key.
And one more question before we get ready to wrap this up, Joe. And I've always meant to ask you, and I always forget. But you're even labeled this in my phone when you sent me your contact years ago. What is up with the Crazy Joe
This is
Schweickhardt?
funny.
What's up with the crazy? What's the story behind that?
This is funny. But Randy Lynn and Bo call me now Crazy Joe because we got a guy named Daryl Heron. He's crazy too because he built engines. But
Hmm.
I am Crazy Joe because I know what I'm doing on my job. They love me so much they gave me a nickname now because they are just like I'm always my effort to help them with their job like
Hmm.
this much, and they all and then now Erica and Richard Freeman now call me Crazy Joe because they love me because I love me. They love me and they love me being there at drag racing because they give them so much job.
Yeah.
They also do it when I'm not there because Erica always texts me there says they win all the time when you're not there.
Yeah.
They are always there in spirit like with that team. and I love being there with the Crazy Joe's theme. And I thought it was funny when Randy brought it up. Randy brought it up at 2 years ago when I helped her at the race shop. She said, "Can I give you a nickname part of Joe?" I was like, "Just don't give me some goofy nickname, some silly like Ding Dong or something." Said, "No, we're gonna call." And Randy Bo comes in. Said, "We're gonna call you Crazy Joe." I was like, I dropped my mouth. I never had people call me that, and I am crazy when I'm doing Special Olympics. You know that.
Oh,
Now
you do get in the zone.
everybody at church now at Sean Sweet.
Uh-huh.
Now they call me Crazy Joe. Now it's just a nickname. Now my mom, I have it because I have it set up on my phone now because I want it. It's my nickname. And my ex girlfriend Tiffany used to. She made me a hat, Crazy Joe. It started when before I dated her. Now everybody just likes me calling me Crazy Joe. It's a easy nickname. And Daryl didn't understand. My friend Daryl, he he's the one I told you about. He was from prison and now he got out and now he owns a company called Hope Energy for helping people with prison. He didn't understand why I got called Crazy Joe. And I said to Daryl, it was Bo's idea and Randy's idea because they love me that much to call me that.
No, that's awesome. And if as long as you love your nickname, that's just like me. I love Bones. I use it
That's why I love
constantly.
Bones because it's your mentor. That's where
That's
you
right.
are, a Bones, because
That's
you
right.
are. What is your real name?
Richard. But I went by Rich or Richie when I was little. But then I got the nickname Bones, and to be honest with you, I love it. So if you love
Man, my
Crazy
mom,
Joe, I
my
love it
mom
for you.
didn't. My nickname I got it from my grandfather because my grandfather passed away a long time ago. I asked
Hmm.
my grandmother if I could keep his nickname, keep it in the family, because my name is Joseph. Because my grandfather's name is Joseph.
Hmm.
What happened? How I got so nickname was in high school. Julie Di called me Joe. Everybody
Hmm.
called me Slikey. Everybody called me Jose, but kind of like my grandfather's name. My grandfather's name was Paul. His name was Joe Reed for short for Joseph. Joe Knight Reed. But I got my mom's maiden name Reed. My middle name was Reed because from her. My dad's
Oh,
last
that's
name
cool.
came
I
from
didn't know that. Well, that's cool that you got the best of both worlds of your parents. That's awesome.
I just like having that as my nickname because it's easier for me to spell.
Right.
Joseph's okay, but when I get in trouble, my mom says, "Joseph," like that. Yeah, I just like it the way it is because it's just easy to remember. And everybody on my basketball team loves me being Crazy Joe. I mean, that's
I love you just the way you are,
you
buddy.
are.
I tell
Yeah,
you what. And I guess we're going to get ready to wrap this up because I know he kind of intermittent, but I love this young man sitting next to me right here. Well, he's not sitting next to me technically, but he's in his room and I'm in mine. But but I love you, Joe,
I love you
and I
too.
do have to say you're one of the few people that literally communicates with me every day, and that means a
I
lot.
light your world up too. Yeah.
Yeah, you light up a
You
lot of
light my
people's
world
worlds,
every
buddy.
time I see you anywhere. I mean, like softball practice, basketball practice. I'm gonna tell you straight up, you're one of my best friends, and you're like my brother.
Well, I love you very much,
And
buddy.
and your wife is like a sister to me because your wife is great, and I love your son Brandon. He is like the best friend because I mean, we get it on pretty well. First time we met at basketball practice.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. And
I love
you're a good
Lou
dude,
because and
buddy.
I love Lou. He's a car guy like me, but Lou gave me a ride in his
Oh, his Corvette?
Corvette. Yeah, did he tell you that? He gave
Oh,
me a
yeah,
ride
he
in
told
the.
me. I bet you were in hog heaven, weren't you?
I went to. I also I told him. And remember, I went to the Corvette experience down in Bowling Green too. That was
Yep.
fun.
Yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, you've done a lot
Driver
of
I
stuff,
had my
man.
driver I had. Now I still text him too. Me and Tez still text each other all the time.
That's awesome, buddy. Well,
Yeah.
Joe, thank you so much for being on this show today, buddy, because it meant the world to me to have you
I was
on.
a little nervous. Now I'm not.
Well,
It's
and you know
easy.
what? You were nervous, but it was your first time doing a podcast. And you know what? When I first started these, I was nervous too. And I still get nervous, like when we had
We all get nervous.
the
That's
sound
a work
drops
in
and stuff.
progress.
It's like, I hate when things happen, but you know what? But that's the charm of the podcast, in my opinion. Maybe
Progress.
people
That's what
would
I say.
disagree, but when you make mistakes and you drop out and you come back in, and then we had to deal with audio stuff, it just shows that we're all human and things
Yeah.
don't always go according to plan. And I kind of like that. So
Work in
if other people
progress.
don't like it, that's fine. It's no big deal. But having you on was something that I wanted to do, and I'm glad that you were a part of this today.
You know what I say? It's a work in progress. That's what it is.
That's right,
Everything we do is work in progress.
That is right. But
you want to do that moment of silence real quick before we get off here?
yeah, can we do that? Yeah, let's do it. We're both gonna take a moment of silence in great respect for the passing of Kyle Busch. Excellent. I appreciate that, Joe. And because Kyle Busch is definitely very important.
I
in
have
my
so much
time.
respect for Kyle Busch. I do.
And
I like
and I
him
do
as
too.
a race
He's
car
a
driver.
hell of a dude, man.
I don't have respect for Jeff Gordon no more. I used to have him, and he cheated on his wife too much. And man, Kyle Busch never cheated on his wife. He has a great kid. I love how his demeanor is.
Well, and
He's just a good dude.
one thing that I will say, and not to pick on you, but I will say this: just because you hear stories of, like, say, what's his name, Jeff Gordon cheating on his wife, do you really know for sure that he did? Were you in the room when he did it? So it's
One
sometimes
time ago, he was trying. He was
sometimes
dating.
people say stuff that ain't true. So
They were
unless you
trying.
really
He
know,
was.
don't judge a book by its cover.
He was going to date Britney Spears. That's what
He was dating Britney Spears. That would have been a weird combination.
That's what I stopped listening to her stuff. Not now, not no more, because now I listen to her stuff. Now Britney Spears is now a really good person now. In her personality, she had a lot of issues in her life.
Well,
I was so mad. I wasn't mad. Her mom and dad kind of screwed her life up because of the money and everything else. Even like Holy Culkins too.
Yeah. Well, like I say, man, everybody goes through things, and everybody also makes mistakes. So don't be too harsh on people. Try not to judge the book by its cover, because we're all human and we all screw up and we make mistakes. And it's nice to have forgiveness. So Jeff Gordon, whether he did or didn't do what, who knows, who cares? Not my business. But he was a hell of a driver back in his day, and hell of a commentator.
When I told you about that race, him and Jeff Gordon had a fight with a young guy. That's when I stopped watching NASCAR, because that's Jeff Gordon always gets mad about something and he takes it out on people he shouldn't be taking out on.
Yeah.
This
the competitive nature, I guess, gets to people sometimes.
This young
Shouldn't
guy
happen,
is a
but
really
it
good
does.
driver. He did a good job. Yeah. All right. You have a great rest of your day. And
I will too. And you did a fantastic. I knew you'd do fine, buddy. You did great. You crushed it. We had some technical difficulties with your headpiece.
Yeah.
You're dropping in and out. I mean, that's not really your fault. That's not really my fault. That's where editing would be good. And I may try to edit to see can I figure out how to make that audio stay level. I don't think that I have the brain power to do that, because I'm kind of inept in that field. But it doesn't matter, because to me, this was raw and organic, and that's what I loved about it. And I got to hang out with you for an hour and a half and chit chat and learn some stuff that I really haven't learned, because, a lot of times in practice, man, you want to do a lot of talking, but we don't have the time to sit down and talk. So this was nice to actually learn a little bit about Joe.
Yeah. we only have like short amount of practice, and I hate that because we only have because we have volleyball. I wish we could go get a different place to do more hours on our practice because we need more practice and more playing time.
Yeah.
And Sophie won't let us do that because they always want to. That's what I don't like about Special Olympics. They just never back then. They never done that because when I was in my 20s, they were just giving us a lot of playing time. They gave us 4 games, 5 games, at least make up our games when they have snow days.
That's right. Well, I guess this will wrap up this week's episode of the Special Needs Podcast. I'm your host, Bones. And as you all know, from the hour and a half of sitting here, there is Crazy Joe Schweickhardt, one of my dearest friends and such a great athlete. And he's an awesome supporter of the National Hot Rod Association. So he's accomplished a lot of stuff. He's worked for a long time now, I think 8 years, we said, at Bob Hook Chevrolet. And also you had a secondary job that I was unaware of. So learned something new about Joe today. And Joe, thank you for sharing your experiences with everybody. And
thank you for putting me on. This is I had a good time.
I had a great time too, buddy, and you did a great job. I'm very proud of you.
And thank you for picking me to be the one on your podcast first.
Well, heck yeah, buddy. I love you, buddy.
Thank you.
And I will see you all on the next episode, whether it be music
see
or
you next time. Thank you for letting me be on.
See ya. Upcoming probably next week or maybe, in the near future, I plan on having Blake Henry back on from Appalachian Moon, but he is going to be talking about his special needs experience. So we look forward to also having him on the Special Needs Podcast as well. And as for the music, I've got several people in the pipeline. We just got to set some stuff up. So, more to come on that, and hopefully I'll be able to do a podcast with Wolf with the special or the music aspects of it with Wolf here maybe next week, hopefully before before we go out of town. So it'll be nice. So anyway, but that's Bones saying peace. And Joe, pleasure, buddy.
Shit. I ain't lost my way like y'all think I have.
To end this live, thanks for tuning in. And again, go to Bones Unfiltered Podcast.com.